don't buy a house in Barrie until you watch this. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment button down below. If you've got any comments about our video, or if we've missed something, let us know. And maybe if we do a good job, tell us that too.
You found a house you love in Barrie and you're looking to buy. Here's what you need to do when it comes to putting in an offer. Or maybe not. Do not purchase in Barrie until you watch this video. Headlines, as much as people tend to read them and move on, do not tell the full story of anything. So if you're just relying on hype or outdated data to make what is probably one of, if not the biggest purchases of your life, you could be walking face first into a mistake. At Team Keogh, we watch the market street by street, so we know exactly what's going on in the city. Some areas are seeming stronger, some areas are softening fast, timelines are tightening, new builds are not offering the incentives that they once did, and so stuff isn't necessarily working the way that you would think it would. Now, this video isn't a scare tactic. It is just a reality check to make sure that everyone is on the same page. We're just here to provide information to everyone and to make sure that you make the smartest move possible. Before you make an offer, or worst case, fall in love with the wrong listing, there's a couple things you need to think about. First and foremost, before you even start looking, in my opinion, it's great to go and talk to a financial advisor, whether it be a mortgage broker or someone at, your bank. Go and talk to them, find out what you can afford. There is nothing worse than finding and falling in love with a house that just so happens to be $50,000 outside of what you can actually afford. You're so close, but you're so far away, and it can just, quite honestly, ruin the entire process for you. Second, find an area that you love. As much as you're going to be living in the house, houses can change. Location always stays the same. It's as the old adage goes, location, location, location. So you find the location that you want to be in, whether it's close proximity to work or, activities, that sort of thing. Go and drive the neighborhoods. Go sit there with a coffee on a school day, in the morning, see how busy it is with all the kids and all that sort of thing. It's a lot better to experience it firsthand because you never know how you are going to react to something until you've experienced it. Another thing that you should really do when you're looking for a home is to write out your whys. Why are you looking to move? Why are you looking at this particular area? Why are you looking at this style of house? The whys often kind of translate into a needs and wants. What do I need for my new house? Well, I've got myself, my significant other, and we have a kid. So we need at least 2 bedrooms for the 2 of us. Normally people will throw on a third for a guest bedroom. So we need 3 bedrooms and we need 2 bathrooms. But maybe you want a detached garage for a nice little shop. So you create this list of your needs and your wants, and you find out why you feel that you need these. And based off of those and the number that you're given from your finances, you start to tweak your list a bit. There's a dollar amount attached to all of them, right? And so you'll find the properties that, okay, this thing that I thought was a need, turns out it's a little more expensive than I thought. So it turns into a want, and you can move forward looking at the properties that better fit what you actually need. Finally, when it comes to actually looking at homes, one of the biggest things that I can recommend is not to wait until it becomes urgent. If you're in a situation where, say you're still living at home, your parents aren't charging you for rent, because bless up to Bank of Mom and Dad for allowing you to do that, you have time, so you can be patient with things. However, got to recognize that that's not everyone's situation, right? Sometimes if you're already living in a place and maybe you're splitting up with a partner or something like that, and so you just need to move, do not wait until farther down the road to try and find something. You want to make sure that you stay on top of it and are looking almost constantly. It doesn't hurt to just always be looking at homes, like to just you're not necessarily shopping, but you're aware of what is out there and what is available, because you never know what life is going to throw your way. If there's something very specific that you're looking for, Say you need a studio attached to the house for some artistic ventures or something like that. That's not a property that comes around very often. So if you're working with a realtor, discuss it with them. They will basically keep you on, well, in the know-how. They're gonna let you know. You don't need to worry about, oh, am I gonna miss it? Because they'll be on, you might miss it depending on the agent. Team Keogh, you won't miss it. Most important thing is let them know what you're looking for. As much as something very specific is difficult to find in the sea of houses, it's also very easy to stay on top of as a realtor anyway, because I know exactly what it is that you want, that little specific nugget. So the second it pops up, it's like, oh, that's for Michael. Oh, that's for Jacob. That's for Sue. That's for whomever it might be, because it's just another day at the office. With all that being said, just because there's talk of moving doesn't mean that you necessarily have to. We have a saying that we like to use and said, you can do something or you can do nothing, and both are okay.
It's not up to us, it's always up to you.
Yeah, we're here when you need us, but also when you don't. But then we're also there when you want us, but also when you don't want us, because we're always there, but sometimes you don't want us, but we're still here. Kind of like houses, how they're always present until they're not. What is life? What is a circle?
Just looking down the rabbit hole we're heading. I think we're already there.